Christopher Eccleston is on Big Finish. Oh, yes, get in. Oh, it's incredibly exciting. Yes, hello everyone. Welcome to a bit of a reaction to the recent Big Finish news, which is incredibly fantastic. I'm just so over the moon right now. I'm just trying to process it all. I mean, it's been nearly a day since it's been announced, and I'm still trying to find the words to this announcement because I am so excited. So obviously I'm going to give you my reaction to the news, but Christopher Eccleston is on Big Finish. A sentence I could only dream of saying, and I can finally say it's a reality. But we can finally wonder no more of going, what if Christopher Eccleston was on Big Finish? We can say yes, it is finally happening. So obviously I'll talk about the actual release itself, and then I'll talk about what I would love to see from the Ninth Doctor Adventures on Big Finish. So if you see any sort of flashes and sort of thunder, that's basically, we've got a thunderstorm right now. Even the gods are happy that Christopher Eccleston is joining Big Finish. So yes, so let's do a bit of history about the whole announcement thing. So obviously in 2018 Christopher Eccleston attended London Film and Comic Con. This was a big deal for Doctor Who fans because Christopher Eccleston up until that point has had a bit of a rocky relationship with obviously Doctor Who, and it was a big deal for me, and I was lucky enough to meet him and get a photo and get an autograph from him. And in the photo you can tell my eyes are a little bit teary-eyed, because those were tears of joy, because Christopher Eccleston was the first ever Doctor I watched. He was the Doctor what got me into the show. So this is a huge deal that my first Doctor is on Big Finish. You know, he was a Doctor who grabbed my hand and said run. And ever since I've been running with the Doctor, it's been absolutely marvellous. And 7-year-old me was absolutely heartbroken when the Ninth Doctor regenerated. I was like, who's this strange man? No, get the northern guy with the funny ears back, please. So I've got a huge emotional attachment to the Ninth Doctor. So this is a huge big deal for me to know that we're getting more Ninth Doctor content with the actual Ninth Doctor. So like I said, 2018 he attended London Film and Comic Con. Great, lovely. And obviously in 2019 he did exactly the same. And then I was lucky enough to attend a sort of Q&A, sort of book signing promoting his autobiography, I Love the Bones of You, which is a fantastic book. I really do recommend it. It's really quite an emotional and sometimes quite heavy read. But Eccleston doesn't shy away from anything. He's very brutally honest, and I have a lot of respect for him because he's a great listener and just a real great sort of person to meet. He's very humble and down to earth, and this book really reflects it, but he doesn't sugarcoat anything. What you read is basically what you get, and this is a really fantastic book. So in the Q&A section, somebody asked him about Big Finish. Would you ever consider doing Big Finish? And this was October 2019. And he said, never bathe in the same water twice. And in August 2020, this guy's on Big Finish. Mind is blown. So it is actually incredible. Obviously he attended a solely Doctor Who convention in this year, Gallifrey 1, which I think is when the cogs started in motion that, yeah, I'm gonna consider doing Big Finish. And then later on, about 2 months ago, this contribution page appeared of Christopher Eccleston, and people's hearts are going, oh my god, they finally got Christopher Eccleston. And then Big Finish said, no, sorry guys, it's just a little Easter egg. And we carried on. And then the end of July, they did a tweet saying, heart rate when you hear the words fantastic and Geronimo. I mean, are they indicating that they've got Matt Smith as well? Hopefully they've got Matt Smith, because it would be lovely to have more 11th Doctor stories. So the 9th of August arrived, and at 4 o'clock we got the news reveal that Christopher Eccleston is on Big Finish. And I was jumping round and smiling like a lunatic going, oh my god, yes, they finally got him. It was just unreal. I couldn't quite process it. It took me a while just to go, wow, it's amazing. It's just unbelievable. You know, it's one of those things what we could only dream of, and here we are. We've got him. I know I keep saying this, but it just feels very sort of surreal that it's actually happening and he's actually recording. So this opens up a whole new opportunity. You know, is he going to be part of Out of Time? Obviously that kicks off this month with the 4th Doctor and 10th Doctor. It would be amazing if the 9th Doctor is a part of that. That would be wonderful. My reaction is just, as you can tell, is incredibly positive. I'm just super excited. and I just cannot wait to start listening to them. So the way Big Finish is structuring it is basically 4 volumes, which I think is already mind-blowing in itself, because I thought we'd probably just get the 1 volume and that would be it, you know, going, that was Eccleston on Big Finish, that was nice, that was cool. But the fact that we're getting 4 box sets with 3 stories each, so we're getting 12 new Ninth Doctor stories. So essentially, another series with Christopher Eccleston as the Ninth Doctor. I am just so buzzing. I am so excited for this. I cannot tell you. It is just, I cannot wait to listen to them. I really can't. So you can obviously get the download on, obviously physical format wise, you can obviously get the CD, what includes the behind the scenes, and they're doing limited edition vinyls, which I'm kind of torn about whether I get the CD or the vinyl, because obviously the CD has the behind the scenes and the vinyl doesn't include the behind the scenes. So I don't know. I'll probably end up getting the CD and I'll probably get the vinyls later down the line, you know, just because I'd quite like to hear the behind the scenes, because it'd be quite interesting to talk about the process of, you know, possibly getting Christopher Eccleston, obviously the stories, how they came about. That'd be really cool, because a lot of people are wondering, you know, oh, I hope they're not going to rush these stories. I think that obviously Chris is going to be, you know, a person going, oh, let me see some scripts. So for Chris to say yes, you know that the quality is going to be exceptional. So what I would love to see from the Ninth Doctor on Big Finish is essentially a Series 2 of Ninth Doctor Adventures, sort of carry on that sort of feel of Series 1, carry on in that direction. Not do the romance with Rose necessarily, but sort of carry on that flavour of Tea Time 2005. But the main thing I would love them to do with the Ninth Doctor is to be brave, to push the Ninth Doctor, in the sense that we don't have simple stories, but they try and do something experimental, something different. Because I don't want them to play safe, basically. I don't want them to go, here's a fun, fluffy, our story of the Ninth Doctor. I want something where I go, yeah, that was brilliant, that's really pushing it. Because the 10th Doctor stuff, as much as I love it, as much as I enjoy the 10th Doctor stuff, it's very safe. Sort of Big Finish, you know, it's very easy. And I kind of want them to start going, right, we can push this. Obviously it's 4 volumes, so you can develop it further. I really hope that there's some sort of overarching feature within those box sets, so it feels like a little series. You know, there's a lot of speculation that people want the Master in it. I personally don't want them to do the Master, as much as I would love to hear Eccleston and Derek Jacobi. In terms of continuity, I like the fact that the Doctor, he's just a lone survivor. It's just him, and I don't want it. And I don't want them to use the Master, because it lessens sort of the reveal in the Utopia that the Doctor, for all this time, he was on his own, but he was the lone survivor of this great and tremendous and horrible war. So for me, I feel like leave the Master. He doesn't need to be in it, personally. Cybermen, on the other hand, yes, give me a Ninth Doctor Cyberman story. I would absolutely love it. I personally would like to see Rose be involved in some capacity, because obviously she's such an integral part to that first series with Eccleston. Now, a lot of people are speculating, oh, can we have stories pre-Rose, so after the Ninth Doctor regenerated? I think that if you're going to do that, maybe just do the 1 box set, personally. So maybe you could have a sort of a foe or something, a device what is sort of relevant in that first box set, and then it somehow links into the other 3. Possibly, that would be pretty cool. So it's sort of an overarching thing for the Ninth Doctor. That would be great. I don't really want Big Finish to do the Ninth Doctor and Daleks, because the Ninth Doctor Dalek stories are some of the best Dalek stories in the show's history. And obviously you don't want to do the Daleks pre-Dalek. So the way I'd like Big Finish to do, like I said, was basically treat it as what if Christopher Eccleston did have that second series. So it's 12 stories what continue that sort of feel of series 1 in that sense. You know, maybe have a Sontaran story, that would be marvellous. You know, the Ninth Doctor and the Sontarans, you know, this sort of coward, you know, going against this warrior species, and obviously him coming off the front of the Time War being this warrior and trying to deal with that, and obviously that would have repercussions and maybe flashbacks to the Time War. That would be absolutely marvellous to have that sort of feel to it. The way I'd like Big Finish's structure in the sense is like the 4th Doctor Series 8, which was basically a series with an overarching plot, but still had the standalone story, but some way did relate to the arc in a little bit of a capacity. So I'd like them to sort of do that, sort of challenge you as a listener, you know, so when you do get to the final box set, but there is a grand payoff to it. So I would love that, you know, so it feels like a series of adventures, so you feel like you are going on this roller coaster of a ride, but it doesn't feel like, well, that's a nice fun hour adventure, let's move on to the next. So there's a great sort of feel to the series. You know, let it build up. Let's have two-part stories. So that's what I would like to see from the Ninth Doctor on Big Finish. So I'm incredibly excited. This is definitely a pre-order, and I'm definitely going to be reviewing all 4 box sets because I am so excited. The Ninth Doctor is on Big Finish and is being played by Christopher Eccleston. Fantastic! It's amazing, utterly amazing. So that's what I have to say on the Ninth Doctor and Christopher Eccleston on Big Finish. It's if I could tell my 7-year-old self that don't worry, you're gonna have to wait 15 years for more Ninth Doctor, but don't worry, it's gonna be worth it. You know, I'm so excited. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. Please let me know your thoughts and what you'd like to see from the Ninth Doctor and Big Finish, and I'll see you next time. So thank you very much and goodbye.